Lastman Square features 20,000 square feet of open space as it serves as a public square at North York Civic Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It is named for former North York Mayor and later Toronto Mayor Mel Lastman. The square features an outdoor theatre as it hosts a variety of special events that showcase music, art, dancing, theatre, food, and sports, which are planned by our city's various cultural groups for every season. Enclosed by Yonge Street, the Toronto District School Board headquarters, North York Civic Centre, and the North York Central Library, Mel Lastman Square was intended to be the heart of North York. The square has various levels and areas that are suitable for an assortment of activities such as cultural festivals, concerts, fundraisers, awareness campaigns, children activities, art displays, and the large pond located in the center of the square serves as a relaxing focal point in the summer and a skating rink in the winter. With its sunken configuration and tree cover, activities can take place away from the busy traffic on Yonge Street. An artificial stream runs from a fountain under a large sign at Yonge Street down into a large concrete square. Planters, trees, shrubs, and wooden benches surround the area. Architect J. Michael Kirkland designed the square, which was once a 500-foot deep grassy field that served no apparent purpose other than to make City Hall hard to reach. Officially opening to the public on June 16, 1989, the square is now surrounded by North York's bustling business sector, as it is located in an ideal spot for city activities, as its sunken location provides shelter and segregation. Simon Swaffield's explanation of development in the past decades are characterized in terms of the development of theoretical issues. The square being completed in the late 1980s displays the development of ecological design as it is combined with regionalism and infrastructure to present interest in nature and role of theory. Located in a dense urban area, the square features more social processes than natural, as the landscape is almost entirely covered by a concrete surface. Mel Lastman Square displays social sustainability as it creates a place which promotes well-being by understanding what people need from the places they live and work. The landscape combines design of the physical land with the design of the social world, creating an infrastructure to support social and cultural life, social amenities, systems for social engagement, and space for people and surrounding places to evolve, therefore displaying an infrastructure which supports social and cultural processes. The square's natural process is altered in a way which Michael Host states has to do with the way people adapt to their living environment, how they change it to suit their needs in the process of living, how they make it their own. In effect, regional identity is the collective reaction of people to the environment over time. Architect J. Michael Kirkland's design of the square establishes a unified space for local assembly and synchronizes the different surrounding mixed-use areas. As the square organizes the connections, it also unifies the adjacent neighboring developments while creating an inviting space to address a variety of programs. The fountain at the entrance of Mel Lastman Square is a predominant aesthetic as it gives the square a strong image while drawing in patrons to follow the flow of the water into the various discrete areas, marked by significant changes in elevation. With many discrete areas, the park motions patrons to set goals for destinations within the square, allowing the landscape to be used all year round with seasonal strategies to change specific areas. Swaffield states in his second landscape theory that meaning and significance in landscape architecture are determined within fields of potential relationships between concepts of nature and culture, which is reflected in the combination of Mel Lastman Square's natural and cultural mixed amenities, as the square presents a modernist style space where the implication in design are based upon the premise that meaning will form over time from the relationships between site and users. The areas fused environmental design with biological and cultural ecology to produce a place for safe, beneficial, and pleasant use as the square expresses and portrays individual and social approaches towards nature. Connections between personal and collective practices of nature are experienced as the design addresses the material and historical aspects of landscape through nature's more expressive relations. Swaffield's third landscape theory best describes how Lastman Square's representation in plan, image, and text transforms its meaning as patrons manipulate and articulate varied images of the square due to where the picture is taken and the intended message, which ultimately influences the reader or viewer. The human and natural systems integrated by the designer enhances the social and natural narratives as Lastman Square promotes Canada's multicultural society by providing spaces that require our attention and encourages us to connect with the physical world. The open square offers limited, sustainable spaces, but nonetheless provides a social narrative as people explore the relationship of nature, culture, and technology as the square is configured in a way to express the multiple influences within it. The choice of design medium and language of representation of landscape planning are both influencing factors of assigned meanings and expressions as Lastman Square recognizes the many forms within its space, such as the sloping grade and mixed-use areas, as they are associated with the values of the landscape's interests and ideologies. Lastman Square exemplifies the responsibilities of landscape architects and designers to collaboratively design to represent ecological and human design systems to inform and respond to landscape as our growing societies rely on developing infrastructure in order to function. As the square is situated in a heavily urban location, it invites the community to disconnect from modern technology and explore nature and culture, an essential responsibility of the landscape, letting patrons seek a greater sense, all while redeeming and recovering the square's sense of purpose, ultimately expressing a social and cultural practice.